Tesla's new phone Pi is about to change the game forever. While iPhones may be the phones of today, Pi phones may be the phones of the future. Yup, rumor has it that the concept Tesla phones released by ADR Studios in 2020 might not stay a concept for much longer. The Tesla Pi phone might just change the phone game forever, and in this video, we're going to tell you how. So, let's jump right into it. Not that big of a surprise. To most people that haven't been paying close attention, the Tesla Pi phone might be an invention that's kinda come out of nowhere. But that's not how things have really been. Elon Musk, the man behind Tesla, has been starting up several different revolutionary companies over the past 2 decades. And while they all seemed unconnected, the Pi phone might be the key that joins everything together. And not just on Earth, but possibly Mars too. We'll get into that in detail as the video progresses. But the main thing here is, Tesla might seem like a company that doesn't belong in the phone market. But when you take a closer look, it makes sense. Tesla cars are the most widely sold cars in the entire world right now. And that's not just because they're a gimmick, they're actual functioning vehicles that do everything they claim to do, in the best way possible. So even if they can take half of that revolutionary technology and implement it into the phone, they'd have a phone that could potentially take over the whole market. And that's before we talk about all of the features this phone is rumored to have. Before we continue, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to never miss one of our awesome videos. Now let's get into the insane features that this phone is supposed to come with. A killer camera. These days, one of the biggest selling points for phones is the camera that's on the unit. Every year, phone cameras get a little better. Enough to make you want to make the switch, but not enough that you'd replace a DSLR with one, right? Well, that's usually because even though companies can make a huge change, they don't, because they know that even the tiniest upgrade will sell very easily. Tesla is a company that aims for the stars, literally. The camera on the Tesla Pi phone might just be one that can easily deal with astrophotography without a problem. It will enable the users to look beyond the point their naked eye can see, which alone is a pretty cool feature. But that's just the icing on the cake here. There's a lot more. Insane biometric support. One of the best features that were ever created was biometric support for phones. Even though facial recognition is great too, learning from the 2 years everyone has spent in masks, we know that the one way that's almost always the most reliable is fingerprints. The Tesla Pi phone is expected to have an under-the-screen fingerprint scanner, which will make the overall use super fast, convenient, and seamless. So, whether you're just unlocking the phone or making a payment, you know that the phone will always know it's you. The look. Now, while there are lots of other super cool features we still have that we can look forward to, one we have to pause for is the look of the phone itself. One of the biggest things that we can see from the concept renderings is that this phone won't have a notch. It won't even have a punch hole. It's all going to be a beautifully seamless display that's going to house the seamless experience Elon Musk was going for. That's not all. Another really interesting feature is that it might just have a color-changing finish, which would alter the way the phone looks depending on the temperature of the room it's in. But both of those things won't come at the cost of durability. The phone's screen is supposed to be built out of super strong glass that wouldn't need constant upkeep. Add to that the fact that it's also going to be a dust-proof, water-resistant phone. You could literally just wash it if it gets too dirty for you. Starlink connectivity. Today, we use SIM cards in our phones. At most, we're using eSIMs to make sure our phones have constant, seamless connectivity. But Tesla doesn't think of today. He thinks of the day after tomorrow. Elon Musk's company, Starlink, which has been working on providing satellite internet connectivity to the world, which has seemed like it was working too early to use, will be the perfect thing to provide connectivity to these phones. With them, people will be able to use the Tesla phones wherever they are, without having to worry about getting service because instead of service towers, the service will be provided by satellites. Solar charging. No matter how big a phone's battery becomes, one of the most annoying things in the world is to charge a phone. You have to constantly stay on top of charging it, even if it lasts 2 days at a time. This is especially an issue for people that like to travel a lot, specifically to remote locations that might not have constant electricity. People like that won't have to worry anymore because this phone will come with solar charging. That's not really that surprising though, considering Elon Musk also owns a solar panel company, so all they really need to do is make mini versions of that and incorporate it into the phone's design. Crypto mining. Elon Musk has been very vocal about the fact that he believes that cryptocurrency is the currency of the future. That's not just something that he talks about, it's something he wants the world to move to. That's why the Tesla Pi phone is likely going to come with complete crypto mining capabilities. You'd be able to use your phone to do the normal things you'd do with your phone, and you'd also be able to mine crypto in the background. That means that while the phone would be an investment, it would also be capable of making money for you too, a concept that's not yet available on other phones. Neurolink. When we're talking about futuristic features, the one thing that we cannot forget about is that Elon Musk also started a neurotechnology company back in July 2016 that has been actively working to create a chip that can be implanted in someone's brain and record and stimulate brain activity. That chip could very easily be integrated with the Tesla Pi phone and make it so the phone is completely controllable through the person's mind. Forget Alexa, the brain is the digital assistant you've always been waiting for. Great price tag. Whenever something totally revolutionary comes into the market, it's usually so unattainable in terms of price that not a lot of people can even get the device. However, one of the biggest rumors about the Tesla Pi phone is that Tesla is aiming to keep the price well below what the competitor phones are selling at. That means that a lot of people that would otherwise be getting a different phone would be able to get this one. Elon Musk could potentially tap into a market that wasn't going to buy the competitors' phones in the first place. This, paired along with the people that convert over to Tesla, Elon Musk might end up with the majority market share and leave all other giants in the game behind. A complete package for Mars. Now, on to why Tesla would pack so much into their first ever phone. Well, there's a massive reason behind it. Elon Musk has been working on populating Mars. He has talked about wanting to send 1 million people to Mars through SpaceX and make it a self-sufficient, habitable planet. One that could potentially be the Earth 2.0 we've never really had. Part of the impossibility of that working out has been the fact that there's so much here on Earth that we would have to set up there. With the Tesla Pi phone, most of that would be solved. People would have Starlink connected phones, so talking to people on Mars, and possibly Earth too, wouldn't really be an issue. And there would be seamless internet in both places. The Neurolink would mean that phones could easily integrate with other Tesla tech that would be available on Mars. Solar charging would mean that no matter where they are or what is going on, the phones would be charged. So there's no worrying about having a charging cable around either. On top of all that, the crypto mining will mean that there's no need for a bank on Mars. People will be able to crypto mine their money, and using the NFC, Neurolink technology, and biometric support, commerce would become super easy. So not only will people be rid of the traditional banks, but they'll also make for a seamless experience. And, well, if you're moving to a whole other planet, you probably want as much seamlessness as you possibly can. Once this phone is released, it's going to show the world just how much is possible with the technology that we have today. If the giant phone companies don't end up keeping up with the revolutionary features, they might just get left in the dust. And with that, we wrap up today's video. Which one of the features from the Tesla Pi phone are you the most excited for? Let us know in the comments below. Like always, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. See you in the next one.